Hello students, I welcome you once again to VisionQ YouTube channel. So in today's session, we'll discuss a mock series which consists of 15 questions. Actually, this was a mock test which are held in our institute which consists of 30 questions, but I will be discussing here two parts. In the first part, we'll discuss the first 15 questions, and these questions are very important for any examination. APSC, GS paper 2, any state level PCS examination, SSC Railway plus all other central and state level exam. So if you are new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such important videos, and also please do press the bell icon so that you will get notifications about different videos in the future. So this will consist of 15 questions, and the first question will be the question number 1. So let us start the video now and see the first question of today's series, which is question number 1. So a question based on topic of time, speed and distance, question of average speed. Now we should know what is the meaning of average speed. Average speed is nothing but total distance traveled divided by total time taken. So if I divide the total distance traveled by total time taken, I will get the average speed. Now it is given that three places P, Q and R form an equilateral triangle which has a side of 60 km. That means there are three places P, Q and R, and they form an equilateral triangle, a triangle where all the sides are equal. Suppose this is P, this point is Q and this place is R. And it has a side of 60 km. That means PQ, QR and PR, all the sides are of length 60 km because it is an equilateral triangle. Now a person travels from P to Q with a speed of 20 km per hour. So in traveling from P to Q, the speed was 20 km per hour. In traveling from Q to R, the speed was 30 km per hour. And traveling from R to P, the speed of the person was 15 km per hour. So this is the speeds traveled from P to Q, Q to R and R to P. So it is asked to find out the average speed for the whole journey of the person. Now average speed is nothing but total distance by total time taken. Now total distance traveled will be 60 plus 60 plus 60. Divide by total time taken. Now time taken to go from P to Q plus time taken to go from Q to R plus time taken to go from R to P. Now we know the formula between speed, distance and time, that speed is equal to distance divided by time. So from this formula, if it is asked to find out time, then the formula becomes distance divided by speed. Now time taken to go from P to Q is distance by speed. So distance is 60, speed is 20. So how much time will be taken to go from P to Q? Distance by speed. Plus to go from Q to R, the time will be equal to 60 divided by speed, which is 30. Plus time taken to go from R to P will be 60 by 15. So it is total distance by total time is the average speed. Now just try to find out the value here. So 60 plus 60 plus 60 is 180. If I cancel out 20 into 3, 60, 30 2s are 60 and 15 4s are 60. So 3 plus 2 plus 4 is 9. The answer will be 20 km per hour. The correct answer is option number A, which is 20 km per hour. Okay. So this question is based on average speed where distance is constant. Distance is constant, so average speed is equal to 20 km per hour. So let us see the next question of today's series, which is question number 2. A question of the topic of number system, a very important question for any examination. The recurring decimal representation of 1.272727 and so on is equal to what? So recurring decimal, that means a repeating decimal. Okay, which is 1.272727 and so on. The digits which repeat, we give a bar above the digits which is repeating. Now you have to convert it to P by Q form. Such numbers are always rational numbers. And we know rational numbers are always those numbers which can be expressed in the form of P by Q. So it is asked to convert this decimal value to P by Q form. So how to find out the value easily? Okay, see here, 1.27 bar is the number which is to be converted to the P by Q form, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Now to convert this to P by Q form, what we do here, first we write down the whole number without bar from the starting. The whole number without the decimal from the starting. It is 127. And subtract the number before bar. Okay, without decimal from the starting. The number without bar is 1 here. Without bar 1. Divided by, in the denominator, the number of bar, there are 2 bars here or 2 digits with bar, so there will be 2 number of 9 here. Okay, 9 represents number of digits with bar. Number of digits with bar will be the number of 9 in such questions. And 0, we give a 0 after 9, which represents number of non-bar digits. Number of non-bar digits after decimal. Number of non-bar digits after decimal. So whole number is 127 minus the number before bar, which is 1, divided by, for bar digits we'll write 9 here, and for non-bar digits after decimal we'll write 0 here. Now there are 2 number of digits with bar, so I have written 2 number of 9s here. And since there is no number of non-bar digits after decimal, there is no any non-bar digit, okay, there is no any digit with bar, so we'll not write any 0 here, because there is no non-bar digits after decimal in this decimal value. So this is the answer you have to find out here. So 126 by 99. So 9 is the common number in both these cases. If I cancel by 9, it is 14, it is 11. So value will be 14 by 11. Always you have to convert to the simplest form. You have to cancel out the value and always convert to simplest form. The right answer of this question is option number B, 14 by 11. So let us move to the next question of today's series, question number 3. Question based on the topic of both sense streams, a very important topic for all the examination, both sense streams. A man takes half time in rowing a certain distance downstream than upstream. Ratio of the speed of boat in still water to the speed of current. Now in this case, some basic concepts is to be clear regarding the topic of time and distance, because this concept is a topic of time and distance. If distance is constant, if distance traveled is constant, we know speed and time is always inversely proportional. So this concept will be used in this question number 3. If distance is constant, speed and time is always inversely proportional. If someone's speed is more, he will take less time to cover the distance. If some person's speed is less, he will take more time to cover the same distance. That means speed and time is inversely proportional. Now in this case, the man takes half time to row a distance downstream, then to row the same distance, then to row the same distance upstream. Distance is constant obviously in this case, isn't it? So if distance is constant, we know speed and time is inversely proportional. Now in this, from this first sentence, you can find out a ratio of the time in downstream and upstream. So in downstream and upstream, the ratio of time will be 1:2, because the downstream time is half of the upstream time, or upstream time is double of the downstream time. So ratio of downstream time is to upstream time will be 1:2. Now speed ratio will be 2:1, since speed and time is inversely proportional. Now this is the ratio of speed, downstream speed and upstream speed. The downstream speed is speed of boat x plus speed of stream y is 2. Upstream speed is speed of boat x minus speed of stream y. Now this ratio is equal to 2:1. So x plus y is to x minus y. This ratio is 2:1. And from this, if you cross multiply, you will get the value as x will be equal to thrice y. So from this you will get a ratio of x is to y, which will be 3:1. Now out of speed of boat in still water and the speed of current, which is y, x should be always more than y. Okay, only then the boat can travel against the flow. The speed of boat should be more than the speed of current. So because of that, if x is 3, then y will be equal to 1. That is x is to y is 3 is to 1, which is option number D. So from time ratio, you can find the speed ratio. This is the ratio of the speed in downstream and upstream, which is x plus y is to x minus y, where x is the speed of boat in still water and y is the speed of current or the speed of stream. So in case of downstream speed, we add x plus y, and in case of upstream speed, we subtract x minus y. The right answer of this question number 3 is option number D, 3 is to 1. So students, let us see the next question of today's series, question number 4. As a result of 25% hike in the price of rice per kg, a person is able to purchase 6 kg less rice for rupees 1200. A question based on the concept of percentage change. Percentage change is of two types, percentage increase and percentage decrease. Now here the price of the price of rice is increased by 25%. The price of the rice is increased by 25%. So because of the increase in price, the person is able to buy 6 kg less for rupees 1200. Now we know, if I multiply the price of 1 kg rice into consumption of rice, we will get the expenditure of rice. Price into consumption is the expenditure. Now expenditure is to remain constant, then price and consumption is inversely proportional if expenditure is constant. If price increases, consumption should decrease, or if price decreases, consumption will obviously increase if expenditure is to remain constant. Now since price of the article, price of rice per kg has increased, because of that the person is able to consume less, or he is able to buy 6 kg less for rupees 1200. Initially he has rupees 1200 with him. Also now he has the same amount with him, rupees 1200. So expenditure is constant, and since price is increasing, the consumption will decrease, or he will be able to buy less. Now price is decreasing by 25%. So since price is increasing by 25%, so if I take the initial price as rupees 100, if I take the initial price of the article, or the price of rice per kg is rupees 100 suppose, after the increase of 25%, the final price becomes rupees 125. So always in case of percentage increase and decrease, we will get ratio between initial value is to final value. So if the initial price was 4 rupees, now it becomes 5 rupees. This is a ratio of initial price to final price. Now we know price and consumption is inversely proportional. So consumption ratio becomes 5:4, because we know price and consumption is inversely proportional. That means when the initial price of the article, price of 1 kg of rice was 4 rupees per kg, he was able to buy 5 kg of rice. And when the price has increased and become 5 rupees per kg, he is able to buy only 4 kg. So he is able to buy 1 kg less as per ratio. And in the equation it is mentioned he is able to buy 6 kg less. So 1 represents 6 kg. If 1 is 6 kg, initially he was able to buy 5 kg as per ratio. So 5 will represent 5 into 6 kg, 30 kg for rupees 1200. So initially he was able to buy 30 kg of rice for rupees 1200, and now he is able to buy 4. 4 will represent 4 into 6, which is 24 kg. So now he is able to buy 24 kg for rupees 1200. So now he is able to buy 24 kg of rice for rupees 1200, and initially he was able to buy 30 kg of rice for rupees 1200. So he is able to buy 6 kg less, isn't it? So it is asked to find out the original price of rice per kg. Original price means the initial price. So if the initial price of 30 kg of rice is rupees 1200, it is asked to find the initial price of 1 kg of rice. It is 1200 divided by 30. The answer will be rupees 40 per kg. If it is asked to find out final price of rice per kg, or the increased price of rice per kg, I have to find out the price now. So now the price of 24 kg rice is rupees 1200. So from that you can find the price of 1 kg of rice. Since it is asked to find out the initial price of rice per kg, the answer will be option number B, which is rupees 40 per kg. So let us see the next question today, question number 5. The fifth question is based on a topic of average. Average of the first 15 multiples of 30. Now any multiple series, multiple of 30, multiple of 20, any number multiple is always an AP series. Any multiple series is always an AP series. AP refers to arithmetic progression series. Arithmetic progression series. That series where the difference between two numbers is constant. Difference is constant between two numbers. So if I write down this series, first 15 multiples of 30, the first number will be 30 into 1, which is 30. Next number is 30 into 2, which is 60. 30 into 3. In this way, the last term will be 30 into 15 because it is asked to find out the first average of the first 15 multiples of 30. Now this will be an AP series. Difference between two terms will be always constant. Now to find out average of an AP series, there is a very important formula to find average of an AP series, which is first term plus last term divided by 2. Now in this question, the first term is 30 into 1, which is 30. Last term is 30 into 15, which is 450, divided by 2. So it is 480 divided by 2 and the answer will be 240. So application of average of an AP series, which is first term plus last term divided by 2. The right answer of this question is option number A, which is 240. So next question will be the question number 6. If x is greater than or equal to 25 and y is less than or equal to 40, which of the following is always correct? So x is greater than or equal to 25. That means x can take value starting from 25, 26, 27 and so on. And y is less than or equal to 40. So y value, highest value of y is 40. It can take value either equal to 40 or less than 40. Maybe 39, maybe 38, 37 and so on. So it is asked to find which of the following is always correct. The first option is x is greater than y. Now any value of x, 25, 26, 27 and so on, will not always be greater than y. Okay, any value of x will not always be greater than y. So this option is wrong. X is not always greater than y in this case. Okay, x may be sometimes less than y also in some certain values. Next is y minus x is greater than 15. So if I take any value of y minus x, highest value of y is 40, smallest value of x is 25. So if I take highest value of y 40 minus smallest value of x 25, I will get 15. Now obviously y minus x can have the highest value 15. That is, it is either less than or equal to 15. It is not possible for y minus x to take value more than 15 in this case. You can check, verify by taking any example of y and any value of x. So always y minus x value will always be less than or equal to 15 in this particular question. Because I have taken the highest value of y and the least value of x to find y minus x. So y minus x will always be less than or equal to 15. The right answer of this is option number C. Y minus x is less than or equal to 15. So next question is question number 7. So it is a table which gives the information about average marks in English, average marks in Hindi scored by boys and girls, and find out the overall average marks in Hindi. It is asked to find the value of x, which is nothing but the average marks in Hindi and the overall average marks in Hindi. Now this question can be done by a concept known as allegation. This question can be done easily by a concept which is known as allegation. Now if I talk about the average marks in English, there are two types of person here, girls and boys. Average marks of girls is 9. Average marks of boys is 8. And if I mixed girls and boys, if I mix these two quantities, the total average marks of the whole class becomes 8.8. And now you have to subtract these two values. So this 8.8 will always lie between 9 and 8. Now just subtract these two numbers. To 8.8 minus 8. Okay, always we subtract larger number minus smaller number. That is, the difference should be always positive. So 8.8 minus 8 will be 0.8. And 9 minus 8.8 will be 0.2. Now this ratio is nothing but a ratio of boys and girls. As per the concept of allegation, this ratio and this ratio are always equal. As per the concept of allegation. Now this ratio will be how much? If I multiply by 10, 10 on both the sides, on both the terms, it is 8:2. That means 4:1. So this is the ratio of girls and boys. In allegation method or allegation topic, always ratio of the quantities are important here. You don't want the exact value of the quantities, you just want the ratio of the quantities, which is 4:1. Now from the average marks in English, I have found out the total average, the ratio of the girls and boys here, which is 4:1. Now apply this ratio of girls and boys in the next part, which is the average marks in Hindi. Now in case of Hindi, the average marks of girls is 8, the average marks of boys is 7. It is asked to find out the overall average marks, which is X. And the ratio of girls and boys is 4:1. Now to find out the total average or the weighted average or the average of the whole class X, there is a formula to find out the total average A or total average X. The formula is N1 into A1 plus N2 into A2 divided by N1 plus N2. N1 stands for number of girls, A1 is the average of girls, N2 stands for number of boys, and A2 stands for average of boys. So N1 into A1, 4 into 8 plus N2 into A2, 1 into 7 divided by N1 plus N2, 4 plus 1, which is 5. So 32 plus 7 is 39, divide by 5. The right answer will be 7.8, which is option number A. So this question is based on the concept of allegation, a concept of weighted average. So students, let us see the next question of today's series, question number 8. Question based on data sufficiency. A very important topic for the examination, particularly for UPSC and APSC examination. Now there are three statements here. You have to find out which statement is sufficient to find the answer of the question. The question is this: who among A, B, C, D is the youngest? And you have to find the answer of this question. You have to check which statement is sufficient to find the answer of this particular question. That who among A, B, C and D is the youngest. Now the first statement one says C is younger than D but elder than A and B. So C is younger than D but older than A and B. That means C cannot be youngest because C is older than A and B. So C is ruled out. D also cannot be the youngest because C is younger than D. That means D is elder than C. So D cannot be the youngest also. Now left is A and B. Now you need to check out which statement gives relationship between A and B. Second statement is not needed because it is about D. D is the oldest. Third statement gives the information regarding A and B. It says A is older than B. That means out of A and B, B is the youngest. So answer is possible to find out from the first statement 1 and the third statement 3 together. Second statement is not needed here because it is about oldest, which is D, and we only want the youngest. So the right answer of this question is option number D. Statement 1 and statement 3 together is sufficient to find the answer of this question. So students, let us see the next question of today's series, question number 9. A question again of data sufficiency. So this question says, it has two statements, statement 1, statement 2. Statement 1 says the company sold 8,000 units of product A, each costing rupees 25. It is asked to find out how much was the total sale of the company. So read the sentence very carefully. Okay, it says that it sells 8,000 units of product A and the product of each unit is rupees 25. So if the product of 1 is rupees 25, so I can find out the product of the price of 8,000 units. If the price of 1 is rupees 25, I can find out the price of 8,000 units by multiplying 25 into 8,000. But if you read the statement carefully, you can see that it is only about product A. So we should know, isn't it? We should know that is there any other product or not of this company. So it is given in the next statement. This company has no other product line. That means answer can be found by combining the two statements to find total sale of the company, which is statement 1 and statement 2 together. The right answer is option number C. Both statement 1 and both statement 2 together are sufficient to answer the question. Next we will discuss is the question number 10, a similar question of data sufficiency. So it is asked to find in which year Rahul was born. So it is asked to find out the year of birth of Rahul. So statement 1 says Rahul at present is 25 years younger to his mother. But in the first statement, nothing is mentioned about any year. So the year of birth of Rahul is not possible to find from the first statement. So take the help of the second statement. Here one year is given, which is the year of birth of Rahul's brother. It is 1964 and this Rahul's brother is 35 years younger to his mother. So Rahul's brother was born in 1964 and Rahul's mother is 35 years, Rahul's brother is 35 years younger to his mother. So mother will be 35 years elder than 1964. I can find out the year of birth of Rahul's mother. Now if I put this value of Rahul's mother in the first statement, if I use this year in the first statement, I can find out the year of birth of Rahul because it was given that Rahul is 25 years younger to his mother. So that means answer of this question can be found by combining the two statements 1 and 2 together. The right answer is option number C. Once again, both statements are together sufficient to find the answer. So these were the questions of data sufficiency. Next we'll discuss is question number 11. A question based on the concept of fraction, a very important topic for any kind of examination, application of fraction. In a shop, a cashier noticed that 7 by 18 of the customers used online method to pay their bills. That means out of 18 customers, 7 customers used online method for their bill payment. Then 4 by 9 of the customers used cash method to pay their bills. That is out of 9 customers, 4 customers used cash method to pay their bills. And the remaining 270 customers use check method to pay their bills. Now in such questions, what we normally do, we take total customers as X. But problem is that if I take only X, if I take simply X, 7 by 18 of X will be those customers who use online method. Now this will come in fraction, isn't it? This value is nothing but 7x by 18. This comes in fraction. Then 4 by 9 of total customers X used cash method to pay their bills. That is 4x by 9 customers used cash method to pay their bills. So this value once again comes in fraction. Now our aim should always be to remove the fraction as far as possible from the starting. To remove this fraction, what I can do, take total customers as a number which is divisible by 18 also by 9. That means this X should be divisible by 18 and this X should be divisible by 9. So I take the LCM of these two numbers, LCM of 9 and 18, which is 18. Because 18 is divisible by 18 also by 9. So let total customers is 18. Out of 18 customers, 7 by 8 customers, that is 7 customers obviously, used online method to pay their bills. Then 4 by 9 of the same customers, 4 by 9 of 18. Okay, if I find 4 by 9 of 18 customers, it becomes 8. So 8 customers used cash method to pay their bills, and the remaining or the rest, okay, as per our assumption, out of 18 customers, 7 used online method, 8 used cash method. To remaining 18 minus 15, that is 3 customers will use check method to pay their bills. So this 18, 7, 8 and 3 are as per ratio because I have assumed these values. But in the question, the customers who use check method to pay the bills is 270. This 3 will represent 270 customers. If 3 is representing 270 customers, 1 represents 90 customers. 270 by 3 is 90. And if 1 is 90 customers, it is asked to find out customers who preferred online method. Now the online method customers was 7. So 7 will represent 90 into 7, which is 630. The right answer is option number B, 630. Now this question can also have been done from the options also. Because if you see the options very carefully, I have to find out customers who preferred online method. Now online method ratio was 7. Now answer should be a multiple of 7. 7 will represent how much? So this answer should be a multiple of 7. Now if I see the options, only one option is a multiple of 7, which is option number B. The right answer is option number B, 630. A question based on fraction, but the concept will be of ratio because you have to assume the value as per your own convenience. The next we'll discuss is the question number 12. To remainder when, okay, number is given, find a remainder when this number is divided by 100. Now the number is 51 into 27 into 35 into 62 into 75 divided by 100. So what to do in such cases? Whichever part is common out, just cancel out the common parts. So 25 3s are 100, 25 3s are 75, 25 4s are 100. Again 2 2s are 4 and 2 31s are 62. So the number is 51 into 27 into 35 into 31 into 3 divided by 2. Now this number to be divided by 2, find the remainder. Now if I divide this number by 2, don't divide the whole number, divide the last digits by 2. Divide the last digits by 2 and find the remainder. Okay, you don't divide the whole number. To find the remainder when a number is divided by 2, you have to just divide the last digits by 2 and find the remainder. So it is 1 into 7 into 5 into 1 into 3 divided by 2. So if I divide this number by 2, I will get a remainder as 1 by 2. And if I divide 1 by 2, remainder is 1. But students, you need to be very careful here. Whichever number have been cancelled out before, in the beginning, in this step, you have cancelled out with first 25. So I have to last multiply this number with 25. And also I have cancelled by 2. So again I have to multiply in the last also by 2. That means the right answer is 50. Whichever number has been cancelled out in the beginning, last multiply that number with the remainder. So the right answer is option number A, which is 50. Let us move to the next question of today's series, question number 13. Question based on ratio, a sum of rupees 2500 is distributed among 3 persons X, Y and Z in the ratio of half is to 3 by 4 is to 5 by 6. Now first of all, our aim is to convert this ratio to an integer. That means ratio cannot be in fraction. I have to convert this fraction to integer. To convert this fraction to integer, what we do? We take the LCM of 2, 4 and 6. The LCM of 2, 4 and 6 will be 12. And I have to multiply this all terms with 12. So half into 12, 3 by 4 into 12, 5 by 6 into 12. The ratio becomes 6 is to 9 is to 10. Now this amount is to be divided among these 3 persons X, Y, Z in the ratio of 6 is to 9 is to 10. That means if I add these three values, 6 plus 9 plus 10, it becomes 25 as per ratio. That means all these three will get 25 as per ratio. But in the question, total sum is rupees 2500. So 25 will represent rupees 2500. So from this I can find what is 1. So 1 represents rupees 100. And after finding 1, you just need to see what it is asked to find out. It is asked to find what? The difference between maximum share and the minimum share. Maximum share is 10 as per ratio. Minimum share is 6 as per ratio. So difference of 10 and 6 is 4. So if 1 represents 100 rupees, it is asked to find what is 4 represents. What 4 represents? So 4 represents 4 into 100, which is rupees 400. The right answer is option number C. That means use the ratio in the given condition. Total sum is 25 as per ratio, but in the question this sum is 2500. So 1 is rupees 100, and after finding 1, you can find what it is asked to find out. It is asked to find the difference between highest and the lowest share, which is 4 as per ratio. 4 represents rupees 400. So let us see the next question of today's series, question number 14. A question based on the topic of ages, problems on ages. A question based on the topic of problems on ages. So it says that Ina was born 4 years after her parents' marriage. Her mother is 3 years younger than her father and 24 years older than Ina, who is 13 years old. At what age did Ina's father get married? So a question based on ages topic, and it says that it is asked to find out at what age Ina's father get married. So the starting point in such questions is very, very important. From which part to start such questions? Now you have to start such questions whoever age is given. Whoever person's age is given, you have to start that question from that point. Now if I read this question carefully, I will see that Ina's age is given. Ina is 13 years old. So Ina is 13 years old. Next, you have to see who depends upon Ina. You have to form a chain. Who depends upon Ina? Her mother is 24 years older than Ina. That means from Ina's age, I can find the age of mother because her mother is 24 years older than Ina. So at 24, do this, you will get the mother's age, which will be 37 years. Then, who depends upon mother? It says that her mother is 3 years younger than her father. Her father depends upon her mother's age. Her father's age will be 3 years more than the age of her mother. Father's age will be 40 years. So when Ina's age is 13 years, mother's age is 37 years, and father's age is 40 years. Now it is asked to find at what age Ina's father got married. Link Ina with her father. When Ina was 13 years of age, father's age was 40 years. Now when Ina was born, father's age will be 40 minus 13. That is, father's age was 27 years when Ina was born. And when Ina was born, you can see in the first sentence, Ina was born 4 years after her parents' marriage. That means I have to find out the age of father before 4 years because Ina was born 4 years after her parents' marriage. So at the time of marriage, that is before 4 years, the age of her father will be 27 minus 4, which is 23 years, because it is asked to find age of father at the time of marriage. So answer is 23 years, which is option number B. So students, will discuss the last question of today's series, or the first part of this mock series, which is question number 15. A logical question. It says that a frog tries to come out of a dried well, which is 4.5 meter deep with slippery walls. The well is there. This well length is this depth is 4.5 meter. Every time the frog jumps 30 centimeter, it slides down 15 centimeter. The frog is at the bottom of this well. Now every time the frog jumps 30 centimeter, it slides down 15 centimeter. That means it has only moved how much distance? 30 minus 15, that is 15 centimeter is the effective height or the distance covered by frog in one jump. In one jump, the frog will cover a distance of 15 centimeter because it jumps 30 centimeter and it comes down 15 centimeter every time. So in one jump, the frog will cover a distance of 15 centimeter. Now, the depth of this well is 4.5 meter, that is 450 centimeter. I have converted to centimeter because the other values are given in centimeter, 30 centimeter, 15 centimeter. So because of that, I have converted to centimeter. Now I have to do the questions from the options. The first option is 28 jumps. Now in one jump, it covers 15 centimeter. So in 28 jumps, it covers a distance of 28 into 15. Now if I multiply 28 by 15, I will get the value as, okay, how to multiply 28 by 15? 15 is 10 plus 5, or you can break 28 as 30 minus 2 also. 30 into 15 is 450 minus 15 into 2 is 30. So it covers a distance of 420 centimeter in 28 jumps. Now the remaining distance to be covered by the frog will be how much? 450 minus 420. 30 centimeter is left to be covered by the frog till now. So in 28 jumps, it has reached this much distance, suppose. It has covered a distance of 420 centimeter. Now, when it tries to do the 29th jump, when it makes the 29th jump, it goes 30 centimeter and again slides down. It will not slide down now because when it will cover give the 29th jump, it will cover directly the remaining 30 centimeter. That means the frog will already be out of the well. It will not slide down again because in the 29th jump, where it will cover the remaining 30 centimeter of distance directly, it will be out of this well. It will again not come inside this well. So the right answer will be 29 jumps are needed for the frog to get out of the well or to come out of the well. The answer will be option number B, which is 29. So this was a series of first 15 questions where I have discussed questions from different topics which are important for all examination. So please do watch this video from the starting till end and repeat this many times. I hope that it will be clear to you all. So if you have liked this video, please don't forget to subscribe to our video and also share this video with your friends so that everyone will get benefit from such videos. So I will discuss the next part in the coming series, which will be part number 2. We will discuss the questions from question number 16 to question number 30. So चलिए students, thank you all. मिलते हैं next series पे.